Today we are going to have a conversation regarding how to create IAM users, identity access management, and how AWS makes very easy uh, to control the identity management, like access who can access what. Okay, IAM is nothing but identity access management. So basically, using IAM, we can control the users who can access what. Like IAM user is who you are, and the policies, you can attach the policies for the particular user. The policies will tell you what you can do. Simple. And today what we are going to do today, we will create an IAM user, and we'll restrict that user to access a specific features of AWS services, and we'll log in back and we'll try to see the user permissions. Okay, so what I'm going to do today, I'm going to go to IAM. Okay, let's create an IAM user. So when you create an IAM user, right, you will be given an access key and a secret key. So you need to use that access key and secret key in order to control, in order to log into AWS. Okay, I'm going to add a new user. So I can specifically limit this user for only one particular service. It can be anything. For now, let me control this user to access only EC2. So he will be accessing only EC2. He cannot have access to any other services like S3 or Lambda or any of the database services or any IAM services and things like that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to call this user as a EC2 underscore EC2 IAM user, something like that. Just a name, username. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give programmatic access so that he can access through SSH when he configure his credentials to his personal computer or development server and things like that. Then he can get like a console access as well. He can provide his username and password, and he will log into that using his username and password. And if you choose this auto generated password, right, so a password will be given to that user, and the first login the user must reset his password, same like what we do for when we get access for XYZ portals. And what they will check is they will ask us to reset the password on our first login, right? This is the same thing. But for now, what I will do, I'll just create a custom password, and I don't have to have this user to reset his password, because this is just a test user. But in real time world, in real time scenarios, yes, most of the users, they would have to reset their password so that the administrator, even the administrator, cannot see their passwords. Okay, next we can assign the permissions for this particular user. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a brand new group, so I can assign policies to that particular group. So automatically the user will get same permissions as the group has. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to call EC2 group. Okay, and what I can do is I can access, like I said, only EC2 full access at the moment. I can give only EC2 full access. This is the policy. Okay, this user, the EC2 IAM user, belongs to this EC2 group, and this EC2 group only have a EC2 permissions. So he can only create an EC2 instance, terminate EC2 instance, but he cannot create an IAM user. Okay, or any other AWS services. Create a group and next tags, you don't need to provide any tags. In my previous videos I already told you guys, tags just identification purpose. but you don't need to provide any tags. And let's create a user. This is just a review and create a user. So you will be given this credentials file, okay, access key, secret key, and you will have those access key and secret key in this credentials file. At the same time, you can log in from the terminal, from the console. Sorry, let me go and right click, and if I go here, IAM username, the user that I just create, IAM user, right, and the password for this user. Let me put password for this user. AWS Management Console homepage is currently unavailable. Let's go to EC2 dashboard. Now he can see, he will be able to access only EC2 dashboard, right? So if I reload this, right, it's gonna go away. It's gonna go away. So you see that EC2 IAM user logged in as a EC2 IAM user. Okay, let's try to create one more user. As like you are logged in as a EC2 IAM user, okay, and then let's create one more user. Let's see what we can see. You can't. You see that you don't have the permissions required to perform this operation, because you are only supposed to have access to EC2. That's what you have exactly. So let's, still I'm IAM user, EC2 IAM user, right? Let's create an instance so that I have a permissions to create an instance. That's what I gave this user, right? The user permissions. Let's launch. I'm going to use the same key pair. Boom, done. Instance has been created. But he cannot create an IAM user because he doesn't have that permissions, okay? If like a user can have multiple permissions. So the user group, you can add a permission like IAM full permission so that he will be able to create an IAM user as well. Or you can give him access to Lambda, or you can give him access to, basically you are not giving access to that particular person, particular user, you are giving access to the group, and you are assigning excuse me, the user to that particular group so that he will get all the group permissions, okay? Let's try to terminate this instance as well, because still I'm a EC2 user and I have a 100% EC2 permissions. So let's see if I can able to terminate this instance. Yes. So this is all about IAM user, guys. Hope you guys understood the IAM fundamentals of AWS, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe this channel and for more AWS and DevOps videos, and please share this video to your friends, any of them trying to learn AWS and DevOps and things like that. Okay, thank you for watching this video, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.